What's good, everybody? It's your boy Em, and today I am here to show you guys my 106 plus million damage Maelle build that took me so much theory crafting, so much time to do. Let's get straight into this video. First off, I'm going to go ahead and show you the damage. Then I'm going to show you the theories and all the math behind it, the pictos and everything else you need to know so that you can hit this type of damage. And yes, this is my first playthrough. So without further ado, let's go ahead and lock straight in. We start off with just destroying everybody in the party. I'm gonna go ahead and try to put the burn as well as marks on everybody real quick. Oh, come on, got the mark, excellent. I'll go ahead and slap you up. There you go. Everybody is sharing the love. I'll go ahead over here to Sciel. We'll throw a Fortune's Fury on our favorite Maelle over there. We'll go ahead and just let her go first. Why not? Pass the turn over to her. I don't even have to do anything like last chance. We just go straight into Stendhal. We pull up. First QT. E. Done. 130 million right there. There you go, guys. Light work. And I did that at full health. I know there is a pictos out there that's going to help me get to 1% health. I think it's the survivor one that I'm looking for because it's not the one. I know it's not that pictos. That pictos starts you off at 1%, meaning that you're always at 100% HP because you can't go below 10% at 1%. You know what I mean? Like you can't go lower than 1. Meaning that pictos is practically useless for this build that I'm setting up right here. But anyways, like I am enjoying the most out of life right now with these builds, guys. It has been way too much fun trying to figure out how to get this damage. And yes, very, very exciting things are happening. $130 million damage with Maelle. First playthrough. Let's go ahead and clean up a little bit and let's show you how the build is working. So Maelle is level 99. Don't let that alarm you. There's so many different ways and videos on the channel that I help you get to 99 level. No problem. The luminous is 436 right now because that's just like a little sweet spot. The skills are only going to be Stendhal. That's all you need. You don't even have to push last chance. Once I figure out how to get her to 1 HP, I can push this DPS even higher, so I'm extremely excited about that. But for now, Medallion is going to be the weapon of choice at 33 level. Of course, all the stats are going to be maxed out to, you have to have might, agility, and defense. Once you have those three, you're pretty much good to go. With that being said, we're going to jump over to the luminous. I've organized everything for you, so the things you must have on this build are going to be at death's door. Augmented first strike, 2 must-haves. You cannot leave home without them. Auto rush, auto shell. These are going to be beneficial later on down the line. You'll see those later. Beneficial contamination just for the extra AP for status effects. Moving forward from there, you're going to need cheater just in case something goes wrong to make sure that you go again. You have confident fighter, which is going to be your first beyond augmented first strike defensive boost, so you have that increase right here of 30%. Let's keep it going. You're going to need dead energy 1 and 2 just to get that AP up. Death bomb for your other characters, not necessary, but it's good to have it. Energizing death is also nice to have on your other characters if you need it, but energizing 1, 2, 3, all the energizers that you can possibly throw on your build to get as much AP as fast and as easy as possible, always put those on. First defensive is going to be another 50% increase to damage, must have. First strike so that you go first. Glass cannon, can't leave home without it, as well as immaculate. These two, they're twins, they come together, you got to keep them there. Immediate rest is going to give you 3 shields. There's going to be other pictos here that are going to give you even more shields than that, so let's move forward. Greater powerful is a must have because it's actually pushing forward your damage. Inverted Affinity, you can't leave home without this one as well because it's giving you that 50% increase to damage while you're inverted. Painted Power, so you can just completely go over the damage cap, no problems. Powerful Shield, well, this right here, 10% increase to damage per shield. There you go. You're only allowed to have 9 shields in this game. I was trying to get more than that, but I realized that you can't go over that. Kind of unfortunate. Regardless, once you have all 9 of those shields, you're pretty much unstoppable. You're going to nuke whoever you're staring at. It's just that simple. Powerful on shell, so as soon as you apply shell, you got powerful, so all your other things like greater powerful, it just all procs at the same time. Great synergy. You'll love it. Moving on, you need roulette. If you get the bad roll, 50%, you're going to see like 26 million damage. But if you get the 200, you're going to get that full 130 million damage. You'll love to see it. Moving on from there, rush on powerful. So as soon as you apply powerful, you got rush. It's all just synergizing because you got shell on rush. You see how everything just flowing together to guarantee that you will have shell, you will have powerful, you will have rush. You couldn't get anything better. Next up, we have Second Chance. This is going to revive us just in case something goes wrong. Doesn't matter for this fight, but for future fights, it keeps you kind of safe proof. Then you have Shortcut. So as soon as you go below 30%, which is what I was saying about using Last Chance, you'll be able to immediately go again. Unfortunately, I'm not utilizing this in this current build or the way that I'm using it right now. But if I decided not to, let's see, use Intervention, or let's say I use Intervention, but I didn't use Fortune's Fury, and then I switched over to my Maelle and I just went into Last Chance and then did a Stindle, I'm hitting for about 126 million. Not bad, still great damage, but that's the difference in damage that I'm doing. Moving forward from there, shielding death so that your other allies, when they go down, they throw the shields over to Maelle. She gets her damage boosted. You love it. Solidifying. This is very interesting. I thought I could use this to get myself 11 shields, but that's not how it works. It caps at 9, and you're only going to be able to get these when you fall below 50%. So, yep, kind of not really getting anything out of that, but it is what it is. We're not solo this time, so this doesn't really mean anything to us, but the last 3 right here are actually working in our favor. Warming up, 5% increase to damage per turn. This can stack up to 5 times. We only get this one chance to fight because we are one-shotting at the beginning turn, so we don't get the full benefit of what this is doing. But if you crashed out for a little bit and lasted a little longer, you can get the benefits of this. Teamwork, everybody's up, so you're getting that 10% increase. And then finally, this right here, the secret sauce, Tainted. 15% increase to damage for status effects on self. That's very important. So the thing about this is I have Inverted Affinity. Inverted Affinity is considered a status effect. So since I apply that at the beginning of the battle, boom, we instantly get this 15%. I have not been able to figure out how to apply other different status effects to the character with my current setup. Okay then, now let's go over the supporting characters that make this entire build what it is. We'll start off with Verso, Contorso. Now, you can use any weapon you want. It doesn't necessarily matter, but I enjoy using Contorso because this is going to switch you into S rank, which as soon as you break the enemy, you go immediately into S, meaning you're getting 100% critical hit chance. This doesn't necessarily matter at all to us. However, this is going to put you in S rank, so just in case you want to follow up with something, you can. Now, his real job is actually to fall over and die. I know that sounds weird, but let me show you. If we go into his pictos or luminous, we have Breaking Death. This is the secret sauce that's allowing this entire build to be a thing. As soon as we go down by using auto death, it kills Verso. We fully charge the enemy's break bar all the way to full on death. And then I follow that up with a single shot and they're instantly broken. So there you go. That's going to set up the entire thing. From there, I then want to try to get mark on the enemy as well as a couple of burns so I can get some, critical burn, and that gets my critical hit chance up. And I can also mark the enemy to get that extra 50% damage that you get because of the status effect. So guys, I have some pretty interesting things to talk about. This is Future M here. I was doing my post editing and I realized that Sciel didn't have one of the pictos that she was supposed to have to be giving Maelle 3 extra shields. Those 3 extra shields are going to boost the damage even further than 130 million. So currently you see a build with only 6 shields on Maelle. I'm about to show you the 9 shield version And I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly the new lineup. You have to take off first strike from Maelle in order to make this happen, because if you don't, for some reason she goes before Sciel and it kind of messes up the rotation. If I'm not mistaken, that is going to be the only way to fix this. So I'm going to try that now. Just running straight into the enemy, which doesn't force Sciel to go beyond or go behind Maelle. So we ran into the enemy. Verso and Sciel go down. They come back. And everything's good to go. All right, excellent. So then we go over here, do that. We got the burn and the mark. Got the burn on you. Now you're broken. I passed the turn off. We'll go ahead, Fortune Fury. Give it to Maelle. We follow that up with Intervention. Pass the turn. Double damage this turn, so we just go straight for Stendhal. Going up. 127 million. Very interesting. So this one did less damage. This one does less damage than the original that only had 6 shields. You can't make this stuff up, guys. So there you go. I have no idea why it only has 3 million less damage than the very first. So we're just going to keep it the way it is. I don't even have to change it up. But I'll go ahead and show this part of the guide for you guys so that you see that, because I know somebody's going to be like, hey, Sciel didn't have the ability. Well, now you saw, even though Sciel used the ability and spread her shields over to Maelle to get Maelle to 9 shields, the DPS for some reason is lower. That makes absolutely no sense, because technically it should be way higher. But remember, make sure that your attribute points are might, agility, and defense. Your luminous are spread like this, and you will be slapping for 130 in your very first playthrough for Clair Obscur Expedition 33. If you guys like what I do on the channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you smash the like button for me and consider subbing so that you don't miss out on any more tips, tricks, guides, and everything else you need for this game. I got you covered.